25th of May. 4 days till I get my check. Yeah, this is an update for my English-speaking friends. Margaret, Norm, Dennis, John, Claybon, Jose. That beige building straight ahead down, this is Avenida Miguel Camacho. Trying to let these people know I'm not videotaping them. They don't like that much. That beige building straight down there is the Royalty Hotel. Right across, this is the main drag. And right across from it is the Royalty Beach. And I've been swimming every day for about 8 or 9 days now. Yeah, for usually at least an hour. One day it was 2 hours out there. Yesterday it was only an hour, but it was at almost high noon and I got totally fried because I do mostly backstroke. But I'm getting so peaceful. That's been really the secret for me lately, is I am coming back to the water, and that was always my intention, was to be by the water. And I had wonderful little diversions in Jalapa and Orizaba, but it is so good for me to be in the water. My consciousness gets so quiet. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about the Riviera Maya, Cozumel especially. And my energy is a lot shifting there already. My apartment is just a block and a half up to the right at the Royalty Beach there. It's Abasolo. The little footnote about this road, some of you aren't maybe old enough to remember Romancing the Stone, the movie with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner, one of those swashbuckling Indiana Jones style movies. Some of the scenes were right on this road, because this road goes from here all the way up to Boca del Rio, and I think it's some of the opening scenes. I don't have money on my credit card to watch it right now, but I'm looking forward to watching it because it is a beautiful road. And this is the bay. The secret is that it's a bay. You can see the lighthouse straight ahead there. I swim all over the bay. I do. I cover this whole bay, to my detriment one day. But I start out at the poor person's beach. You can see a little beach over there. And those are the big hotels, the DoubleTree. The Royalty Hotel I was showing you is really a down on the heels hotel, but it's a place where poor people can come and have a weekend at the beach. So there's 3 boats that dock out there. They sit out in the harbor, and I bet they're all out right now because I just discovered this morning. I swim past them. They anchor way out there in the water, and I swim around them and past them. This morning I swam halfway to the lighthouse. One day I swam just about to the lighthouse, not quite into the shipping channel. You can see the space between the 2 lighthouses. That's where the big boats come in, and there was a big one went through there this morning. One day I swam way over here to wave to my friends at the Hotel Mar Y Tierra, and the guard at the Moye there, the naval base, gestured to me, go away, go away. So I said, okay, and I started to swim back. By the time I got to that little ramp where the seagulls are, the guard at that post was yelling at me, and they sent a lifeguard out to say, no, you cannot swim back. This is off limits. And there is actually a big sign along the seawall, no swimming. So they made me come out. It was about this time of day, and the pavement was super hot and rough, and I didn't have any flip-flops because they were back at the beach. So that was no fun. But this morning I came out quicker, maybe 40 minutes, because I'm getting too high. I just am losing interest in loading videos. I don't want to do detailed work. I'm just relaxing. My mind has gotten so calm. So my attention shifting to Cozumel. Really excited to get out there. All kinds of notions about how I might make money out there. I think I will. And the big change was that, I guess it was last night or the night before, I saw a YouTube video by an American who's in Merida, halfway out to Cancun, and he does very polished videos with obviously a videographer. But I liked it, and he was saying some of the same stuff I say. And what came out of it for me was that I realized I had been saying, well, if I had had the camper van, I was going to check out all those resorts along the way. Oh, excuse me. Cancun, Playa Mujeres, Isla Mujeres, Playa del Carmen, etc. That's about them. But I was thinking that without a camper van, I couldn't do that really. But after watching his video, I said, no, you're going to spend a night or two in Merida, because that looks really interesting. And then I wrote a note to him this morning. I'm going to try to meet up with him, because we'd have a lot in common. I think he might be from Chicago. The topic of that video was going back to the U.S. and how disappointing it was. Mostly that I really connected with that. And he did talk about the terrible political situation in the U.S. and how in Mexico there's a big election coming up. It's June 2. It's like not even 2 weeks. But there's no terribleness about it. It's hard fought and people care about it a lot. And I think the AMLO-Morena party is parallel to Biden, and the opposing party is parallel to the Republicans in that it's rich people who are mad at AMLO for being for the working man. But nothing, no violence, no hatred. So he talked about that. So I would like to meet up with him. One thing I really want, there's two things I'll mention about my remaining few days here. Part of it is just managing my landlord, who I've realized is not just cracked, but a wheeler dealer, con man, can't trust anything he says. So I'm playing him at this point. I'm not going to be authentic with him. I'm going to mostly shut him out, throw him a bone here and there, keep him off my back. He was doing a whole big song and dance. He speaks English, trying to convince me to stay. And if you go down in the lower apartment, which I'd hate, there'd be no light and no air there. But I'll give you half the rent. You can get an air conditioner. It'd be great. And I just acted interested and said there's an awful lot of factors I need to consider. Totally conning him because there's no way I'm staying. But I'm not going to let him know that. No, because he's crazy. And along the way, I slipped in something that seemed minor to him, I bet. I said, now, I came in on the 4th of May. That means my rent starts on the 4th of June, right? He said, sure, that's good. That's good. The reason I like that is because I get my money on the 29th or 30th. And one thing I really want to do before I leave is take a scuba diving lesson. I've never done it. And the water won't be anywhere near as clear here as Cozumel, but something's telling me really go back to the water, go down under the water. And I've been watching the Scuba Bear outfit, which is right over there, the red building. They take off from the Moye down there, and I've watched them come and go. And I'm real interested. And then I just discovered this morning that those 3 boats I swim by out there, Buceo de Oro or something like that, that's a scuba diving outfit up there, which might be even better. This place said you got to give us 3 days notice. You got to sign up 3 days in advance of the class, which meant I don't want to stiff Victor for the rent. I don't want to pay him anything. I don't want to stiff him. So I needed a couple days. I wanted to take that lesson before I leave. Yeah. So, okay, I guess that's the main stuff. I'm doing great. Doing great. Less caring about approval than ever. The coffee shop where I used to hang out all the time, Harita de Oro, is straight through there. That's the middle class coffee shop where all the fancy people with money eat. And I went by there this morning. I've been not going there. I love it. There's right down at the end of this block, there's a beige at the bottom and brown on top. That's Moretto Cafe, which I like. It's like a little soda fountain. And they don't rush you. It's not noisy. You don't have to order a meal. They don't care. It's really fun, really nice, and it's really strong Wi-Fi. I like it way better than the fancy place. And this morning I went by Harita de Oro, the fancy place, just because there's a girl in there, one of the hostesses said something to me about Veracruz being mystical. And that's a conversation I want to have with her. And when I ascertained that she wasn't there, I tried to do a couple things, but then I walked out. And I said to Elizabeth, who I like a lot, the hostess, I said, it's too noisy in here. And you even said you're going to get a server, and you never did. So, no, I'm not going to wait around. I'll come back on Monday and look for Connie. Yeah, fuck you. Okay, we're 11 minutes. Hope you guys are well. Margaret, everybody hold a place in your heart for Margaret. Her dad is dying. She may not even have time to watch this. Love you guys. Bye.